Hello BookTube, it's Louise the Big Head Bookworm. Lovely to see you. Hope you're all well today. It is Monday the 1st of August and I'm here with part one of my reading month of July, my ramp up. So I'm doing this in two parts because of the amount of books that I read, and also I want to do something a bit different to begin with. So I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that's subscribed to my channel, and it is amazing to me that people do. Also that you leave comments. It utterly thrills me whenever I see that you have left a comment. However, previously, up until about a week ago, I found it very difficult to access my comments. I couldn't seem to find the way in. So either I wouldn't know that people had left comments, or I just wouldn't get them in time and it'd be a couple of weeks later I would see them. But I've set it up now so that I get notified straight away so that I can comment and we can have a conversation, and that would be absolutely lovely. However, I just wanted to actually say one or two things to people that have left comments recently or even in the last couple of months, and say hello to one or two people because I've not been able to reply. And this way we can have a bit more of a conversation. You can see that I've read it, and also we can just have a chat. Let's do it, hey? So this is what I'm planning on doing in the future. I'm going to reply to your comments anyway, but I'm also just going to try and collate a few and say hello as we go along. So first of all, I just want to say hello to Clodagh, who is one of my chums and always says hello to me. So hello, Chloe. Also, happy birthday for yesterday, I think it was. It was Vivian Wiltshire, who often leaves comments. Lovely, lovely Vivian. I just wanted to say happy birthday for yesterday. I was thinking of you yesterday when I saw your message, and I did sing happy birthday to you. Not that you were there with me, but in spirit we were together. Lacey Watson asked where my accent is from. I'm South East England, my accent. Quite RP, I will admit, received pronunciation, which is the British accent. I am quite RP. However, I do have a northern twang because my parents were from Manchester, so I was born and brought up in a northern home even though I lived in the southeast, so I do have a slight northern inflection. That's probably what you can hear. Amanda Lavelle, who comes from Derbyshire and the Peak District, and said if I was struggling with my Stephen Booth books, I could always comment, I could always ask her any questions. So I'm now going to pick this up, hopefully in this month now. I know I've got somebody there. That was lovely. Thank you, Amanda. Deb Medis asked about the Jill Salvish books. Still can't pronounce it. About reading them in order. Deb, I don't think you do need to read them in order. If you can, it is a good idea, because especially in the 3-book arc, you get to know the characters, you get to know the other couples in the 3-book arc, and therefore you can see the interplay between them growing as you go through the series. But they are standalone romances, which I'm sure you could cope with in that way. Hello to Gwen W, because she often says hello to me, so I want to say hello to her. To Andy from Berlin, hello, how are you? There are 2 ladies from Canada who have left comments. I was so excited that somebody from Canada. The Book Nester, hello, I haven't said hello to you for ages. Thank you to everyone regarding my virus who said they hope I feel better. I do. I feel much better now, but thank you very much for all your well wishes. Someone has asked me my age. I'm 43 and fabulous. But yes, I'm quite happy to be 43. Someone else asked me what I do for a living. I'm a housewife and mother, which is the bestest job for me. I'm happy with that one, thank you very much. I have recently closed a job. I've recently closed my business where I was a Temple Spa consultant, which is using Temple Spa fabulous skincare. I would go around to people's houses, they would invite a group of their friends, and I would turn up with all my Temple Spa goodies, and I would teach them how to give themselves facials or how to use skincare, including how they would get the best out of the skincare that they're using anyway. Basically, it was an opportunity for me to go around other people's houses and spend time with their friends and just meet so many fabulous women. I was incredibly blessed to be able to do that and earn a living out of it. However, due to circumstances and time and the way that life is flowing at the moment, I'm not able to do it at the moment, but it was brilliant and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Lastly, I've had a lovely email from Susan Romick from Ohio in the USA, and she sent me a lovely email which I've only just found, and she sent it about a week and a half ago, and I wanted to say thank you so much, Susan. I was so honoured to receive that. She was talking about how I say, how are you and how are you doing? And she teaches for a living English as a second language, I believe, and which is just amazing. Anybody that's a teacher, just amazing. And she was saying about the fact I say, how are you? And that I hope you are well and things like that. And Susan, I am thinking of you right at this moment. I really hope you're having a good day. And I always mean it when I say it. And it was such a lovely email. I felt very emotional at the end of that. So thank you very much. And that's it. You can now see why I'm going to do my wrap up in two ways, because that has taken so long. Oops, I've thrown the book on the floor. But I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you to everybody, and I shall try and build this in. Perhaps when I do my wrap-ups or something like that, I can actually comment on people's comments and we can have a chat. So yes, it's been good. So thank you everybody. It's very lovely. So, also Kate Howe from Kate Howe's channel said that she's going to read Moonraker. It's brilliant, it's brilliant. So these are the books that I read for the first couple of weeks, so before Booktubeathon kicked in. These are the books that I read, and it was a mixed bag. I'm not gonna lie, it was a mixed bag. I DNF'd 2 books. Oh yes, in fact I started off with a DNF, which is always a bit of a however, I am a free spirit when it comes to DNFing books. Did not finish, do not finish, do not think it's very good books. I don't mind DNFing, and in fact I think I might do a video about DNFing. Oh, my hair's gone funny. Because it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me, and I love people's complicated relationships that they have with completing a book. It just never seems to be simple for people, which I find fascinating because I don't feel that way. But yeah, well, in another video, let's chat about that. So the first book I DNF'd was Cashel's Dart by Jacqueline Carey. Now, I was really looking forward to this. This is a high fantasy book where courtesans are in the higher form of society. So there's a part of society where you are courtesans and you are almost chosen for it. And Cashel's Dart is something that very rarely happens, and it's something that you get in your eye, and it basically symbolises that you're a true masochist, so that you get pain, you get pure pleasure when you experience pain, pure pain. So you can imagine a courtesan that is a thorough masochist makes for interesting reading. I just found it so cold. I just found the book so cold. I know courtesans, and I've read plenty of books that like that, but it left me cold. And the descriptions of the relationships, the moments between people, well, it wasn't that they were unpleasant. It just felt like a commercial transaction. There was a really weird thing in the fact that she would use biological terms for men, and then for women she was all euphemisms, and I got to, this is a 900-page book, and I was at least 200 300 pages, and I just thought, it's making me miserable, it's making me not want to read, so I'll give it up. So Cashel's Dart. Will I come back to it? Nah, I don't know. So to cheer myself up, I read Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, Newt Scamander, J.K. Rowling, because it was mentioned in one of the Harry Potters that we are listening to. I think it's A Philosopher's Stone, and The Chamber of Secrets mentions it, and the film's coming out in December, and I just bought the book, and I thought, I need something to jolly me up after Cashel's Dart, and so I picked this up, and it's brilliant. I mean, it's not as good as the Quidditch book in the fact that it's not kind of little chapters that you can read, and it is lots of descriptions of Fantastic Beasts, but I still thoroughly enjoyed it, and I did just sit there and read it, and it jollied me up, so it did its job. So superb book. Then I DNF'd my second book of the month, which is Dreamwalker by J.D. Oswald. It's fantasy, half about people, half about dragons and dragon society. So it's people society and dragon society and their adversarial relationship. it should, considering what was happening, it should have been fantastic and gripping. And when I was reading it, I would quite happily bumble along. But once I put it down, I never had the urge to pick it up. I got to about page 70, 80. Actually, no, I got further than that looking at it. I got to page 125. And I just had no urge to find out what was going to happen, which is really unusual for such a what sounds like a fabulous book. No urge to carry on. So I stopped it, and then I found out that J.D. Oswald is in fact James Oswald of the crime books. So he did, what was it? This one's The Book of Souls, and he also did Natural Causes. And although I enjoyed both of those, thinking back to it, I did have a similar thing with those, but they were more obviously, I suppose, suited to me in the fact they were crime books. So maybe it's just his writing doesn't suit me. I don't know. Anyway, so Dreamwalker, my friend Sue says that she fancies it. So Sue, coming your way. I then treated myself to some crime books and a thriller. Oh, go to what you know. Go to what you know. I picked up the first in the Kate Shackleton mysteries, Dying in the Wool by Frances Brodie. Oh, it's brilliant. It's set in Yorkshire. It's 1920. It's the period I like. It's a lovely part of the country. And it's just a cosy crime. She's feisty. I liked her. I liked Kate Shackleton. I liked the character. I liked the setup. It was a really easy, comfortable, cosy read. And so Dying in the Wool by Frances Brodie, loved. It was a real kind of comfort read. So I immediately picked up the second, which is A Medal for Murder by Frances Brodie. So this is the second Kate Shackleton mystery. I enjoyed it as much. I really did. And reading two in a row, I felt utterly comfortable with it, and I would have read the third, although I just thought, no, I'll enjoy that another time. So yes, that was it, A Medal for Murder. Both of them are set in Yorkshire. They're just great. Really lovely, cosy crimes set in the 1920s. And then I read this thriller, Black Eyed Susan by Julia Hebelin, with the fabulous Black Eyed Susans all over the book. It was a very good thriller. Serial killer from years ago, seems to be still affecting the person that got away, was the last victim but got away. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's one of those thrillers that when you're reading it, you read it through and thoroughly enjoy it, but actually when you come to the end you think, or after a couple of days, you've kind of forgotten what happened. So it was good, and as a page-turner thriller, it was fine. Would I say rush out and buy it? No. But I would say if you see it there, and you think, oh, I just fancy a bit of a thriller, then you could do a lot worse than picking this up. That's how I would say. That's obviously not going to be put on the cover. You could do a lot worse than picking this up. But that's how I felt about it. And I did enjoy it, but there we go. And there we are. Those are my books. A mixed bag. And then we had Booktube-a-thon. So my next... Just getting my books together. My next part of this, I will do the books that I read in Booktube-a-thon really quickly, and then the books I've read since. Okay, well it's been lovely, Booktube. Thank you very much again for all the lovely comments that people leave and the fact that you've subscribed. And let's do this again. Yes? I hope you like the comments idea. Look at those. There we go. Yeah. Okay then, Booktube. Bye.